A sudden death, a family's grief, and from it all, a way to honor the dead by serving the living.
It's the saga of Mike Martin and his family after his son's death. It's a story best told by sports director John Popovich. John?
Carol Klein, Cincinnati's known Mike Martin since he got drafted by the Bengals way back in 1983. He's been a player, a singer, a broadcaster, a coach, and a club owner. Mike has done it all. We know Mike. He wants us to know his son, Marcus.
Sometimes there's a time in life to be tough, and Mike Martin for a time made his living in a very tough sport. But sometimes being tough just doesn't cut it. Mike learned it 2 months ago when his son Marcus died suddenly from a blood clot.
We pray a lot. We know he's in a better place. We never ask why.
I sat down with Mike this week. He admits he still sits and he wonders and he asks why. He stares at those pictures in his office. What a family. A terrific wife and daughter. And a son who is more like a brother.
Oh, he thought I was the greatest. He thought his pop was, up there with everybody. And he wanted to make sure that folks heard my message.
It's the message that transferred Taft football back into a viable program. Not just to play and win, but to live and understand. And Marcus was Mike's middleman.
Whenever I would go off on one of the kids and they would get upset and start crying and going crazy, we had kids beating up bushes and all kind of stuff, Marcus would reel them back in. Even when he was playing, he would reel them back in and say, listen, man, all my dad wants you to do is be the best that you can be. He wants you to work hard and don't cheat yourself.
As high schools gear up for football season, Mike is holding a camp this weekend in Marcus's honor. For the little kids, the boys and girls to learn fundamentals. It's how Marcus learned the game. It's what bonded Mike and Marcus. It's exactly what Marcus Martin would have wanted.
That camp is free for boys and girls ages 5 through 12. It's Saturday at Taft Stargell Stadium. Children can register starting at 8, and nobody's going to be turned away, just like they want it to be.
All right, John, thanks. And Marcus's story gives us the opportunity to share a little knowledge about pulmonary embolism. That's a blood clot in the lung, and it can pretty much affect anybody. Tennis star Serena Williams needed emergency surgery for her case, but it's rare in young adults. The symptoms include shortness of breath, chest pain, coughing up blood. Call for help immediately if you have those symptoms. There are 100,000 cases of pulmonary embolism in the United States every year.